There we go. Hello and good evening to another Blood Bowl 2 stream. Today with a little bit of a change. First of all, we are back to a Thursday, since today we are going to play our Rekef League match. And also, for a change, I'm repeating myself, I'm also joined by my opponent, Ledeas. Welcome and hello.
Hello, Thoward. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I think so far every match we've played, we've been talking with each other, so it would be weird to change that now.
Yeah, I mean, I think we have. I mean, that was part of the whole reason of creating the Rekef League was the ability to chat and have a friendly kind of game.
Yeah. So,
Are you ready to hit start?
Give me a moment here. I think
Yes, sir.
I'm streaming to the wrong game, but I could be mistaken. Let me take a peek. Yeah, okay, I didn't. There we go. Information updated. Now I should be streaming to the right game. And also with the right title. Let me check again. Yeah, I was in the wrong game, but it should be correct now. I think that's always a good thing. Good thing I noticed, because that could have been weird. Basically, but now it is Blood Bowl. Yes, okay, everything's fine. So, one change for my team for this match is I decided to boost up my bench a little bit. I'm gonna show the teams once we start here, so let's just do that.
I wish I'd have done a better job, or any kind of a job at naming these people, but I didn't.
You can accept the...
Oh, I wasn't looking. I'm sorry.
No problem. Okay, there we go. So, you don't have anything to spend since your team value is higher.
Well, I can technically get the Babe.
Yeah.
But...
And then just let's show both teams. So, you might have noticed I've spent 40k, so I've buffed up my bench to 14 players, which is kind of where I want to be with Underworld, I think. Considering what your team already has, I can also use the extra reserve player, which means I'm moving a little bit further away from replacing the Blitzer again, but depending on what the winnings at the end of the match are, it could still work out fine. And I think for the immediate issue of these Amazons you're playing today, should be better. And then we've got your Amazons. So the agility 4 Blitzer is a nice touch already.
It is. She quickly became the ball carrier.
Yeah, and makes for a very nice receiver as well, I could imagine. And then we've got what I'm most worried about. 2 Blitzers with Mighty Blow, 1 with Piling On, which is kind of scary. We've also got a kicker and a guard line woman, and a catcher with block. Also 3 rolls and an apothecary.
Yeah, the Amazons coming with their built-in rerolls makes a high number of rerolls useless, it seems.
I mean, yeah, usually I don't go with more than 3 rolls on basically any team. There's a rare occasion where I go with more than 3.
Some of the bashy teams, I'll do it until they get blocked. How are you enjoying your goblins and Skaven?
Well, I do like the team. It can be rough at times, and it could be like in the first match that I played, which was my Underworld Mirror match. It could be decided in the first round, basically. Well, now I have a bench, so not quite as bad, but if you get an early advantage with your Mighty Blow, it might be hard for me to come back. But, I mean, that's something you have to live with when you play Armor Value 7 plus Stunty, basically.
In a different league, I'm playing Amazons on that one as well, and I went off against a Goblin player, and the first round went pretty wild with him. And my catcher on that team was able to intercept a thrown bomb, was able to put a Goblin and the Chainsaw guy out with it being thrown back.
Nice.
So, yeah, I was kind of worried at first, and then I remembered you don't have those kind of players. I mean, having the Skaven and the Troll does make this a different team, but I don't have to deal with throwing bombs or chainsaws or leaping pogo things.
Well, as long as I don't go for the star players, at least.
Oh, yeah. I guess they are available to you as well.
Yeah. So let me think. Oh boy, do I actually want to do that? That's the big question. To set up the troll on the line or not. You do only have strength 3 and no dauntless, but I think it's still for the best if I set up like this, probably. Let's see, we've got these. Yeah, sure. There we go.
Okay.
So you have been unbeaten so far, if I'm correct?
And this division, I think so.
I know that you won your first 3 matches. I didn't check again.
I think I have a tie. The last one was a tie.
Okay, so 3-1-0, which is still top of the leaderboard right now. So I've got a bit of a challenge ahead of me today. Whew. So all I can hope for right now basically is a decent kickoff result, I guess, to survive the initial onslaught here. Or just push dice from you, because, I mean, there's so much stuff. At least you don't have tackle either.
Right.
So my goblins do stand a little bit more of a chance. And my god, does the second head on the goblin look... It just looks so funny. So ridiculous.
I could not agree
the 3
more.
die blocks.
They, I've seen a goblin with the 2 heads and a horn, and that was pretty funny too.
There we go. That's the start I was expecting, basically.
Well,
You get lucky there, which is the more dangerous one. Wow.
Yeah, I've got to agree.
Aggressive reroll.
I have to, because what's the point of having them if you're not using them, right? I don't. It's not my favorite, but it is what it is.
Yep.
Ooh, I forgot to put a blocking person there in the middle. All right. And let's do this first.
Well, so far, 1 injury, first block. I mean, SPP-wise, this one should be really good for you again, I guess. Oh god, and your 1 injury away from leveling up right now.
Well, that first game with Arch, or I'm sorry, Rumblebee was ridiculous.
Yeah, he just replaced his War Dancer that you killed in the first match against him.
I didn't kill that War Dancer.
He killed it himself?
He got pushed out. Yeah, let's do it. He got pushed out. The crowd did it.
Well, still a result of your actions, basically.
Well, I mean, almost every block, I was only getting like 1 or 2 blocks a turn, but almost every one of them either KO'd or injured. It was crazy. When he was down to 3 or 4 people, I was like, look, you know, this went one-sided quick. Do you want to just, you know, let it go, and we'll do some, you know, pass on. That way you have a team to at least rebuild in the next game. And he didn't want to. He wanted to keep going, so.
I mean, that's what you do.
Well, it doesn't. Oh, I forgot to bring the guard person on the field. I wouldn't make someone play a game where they had to play 12, 13 turns with only 4 or 5 people. That sucks.
I mean, with elves, you can still do that. It's not easy, but it's doable. And it's part of the game.
I mean, I would have been happy letting him just hang out on the back and do some SPP farming and not kill his players.
That's something in a league I'm basically against, because that's farming SPP for both sides while sparing players, and that's not okay in a competitive setting, in my opinion. It has no place there. Especially if you let him pass.
Especially if what?
If you let him pass the ball and farm SPP on purpose without going for it, that's, in my opinion, not okay.
So you would rather just
playing.
beat him
It's
into
what
the
you do.
dirt? You would rather just beat someone into the dirt when they have... I mean, we all play the game.
I won't foul him into oblivion because it serves no purpose, but if you play in a competitive league, if you play in a league like this, you basically have to live with this, and you don't allow your opponent, when you've already won, you don't allow your opponent to farm SPP by passing. It's not okay. That takes away the competition, basically, and gives everybody else that's not participating in that match a disadvantage. That's my opinion, at least.
I'll say we just have to disagree, because I just don't find any joy in doing that to people.
Yeah, everybody should be aware that I'm not one that loves destroying other people's teams, but it's still not. I still will play the game. So the really stupid on the troll was kind of annoying.
No doubt. Especially when he has a babysitter. Bill.
There we go. Down I go.
Yeah, let's do it.
Why though?
Why not? 50-50 shot.
I mean, does that answer your question as to why not?
Had it worked, you wouldn't be questioning it.
It's still a pretty unnecessary risk overall. Isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, it's for fun. It's supposed to be a game.
Let's see. There. So why did you change to Amazons? Or what made you choose Amazons in the first place?
I had never played them before. Remember, I've never played any Blood Bowl except Blood Bowl 2. So, them all having the same stats is kind of neat to me.
Ooh, I got lucky with that one. Let's put you down there and follow. That's even better. He finally gets his level up. Yeah, I'm not sure I agree with Apothecary, but I can see why you would do it. She's kind of important in this match. And it's very, very early, so you're gonna get her back. That is certainly helpful. So... should have kept the goblin away. Let me think. So, we do this, I think. Push you down to here. Yeah, better. Yeah, that was kind of important one. I was considering maybe dodging out the thrower to get to the ball, but no, I don't think that's going to work that well. So who have you played so far? First match was Rumblebee, correct? So Wood Elves.
Right.
Who else did you play so far?
You know, with it playing Amazons in 2 different leagues. They kind of run together, so I think I played Ogres.
Yep, I've got them still ahead of me. We've also got a second Underworld team.
I've not played them.
Okay, then we've got the Vampires from Srab.
I think I did.
And who else was there? We've got Dark Elves as well, I think, that I still have to play.
Maybe I played the Dark Elves and not Srab yet.
Ooh, ow. Ooh. So far, aside from your first block, the armor breaks have been fairly nice to me.
Yeah, I think people at times really overestimate the stats there.
Okay, so I've got a troll.
It doesn't matter if you have a mighty blow if you're rolling 3s on armor breaks.
Yeah, that's true. But I mean, it's still very early in the match. There's still lots and lots of stuff to go wrong for both sides. So, can't really pass up a chance to go after her, though. Even though it didn't work out. And let's see. I think I want to do that. Let's see. What else do you have? I should have stood up at least this guy already. That's for sure. Next up we do have this block, which is nice enough to work. Go. Nope, I don't make the pickup. That is not so good.
Let's see here.
Okay, going for that. There we go.
Not my favorite thing to do, but
Do have the ball now, though.
hope that it works out for me.
Okay. Oh, always with the risky both down. It did work out here, but... Ooh.
Yeah, it's the last one. It's pretty much going to happen.
Okay, let's see. So... what do I do now exactly? That is the question. Probably something along these lines. Start with the splits. Ooh, perfect. Well, that doesn't help.
It does make it weird.
Oh boy.
Definitely odd.
So...
See, you don't need tackle.
yeah, so far, at least. But there's still time for things to collapse. Let's see. This one won't help. Don't really like any of this right now. Yeah, so far my block dice have definitely been pretty solid. That's for sure. Okay, let's see. Got a shot here. But you might just catch the ball again. Or not.
Or you might.
Oh. Okay, and sure, let's do the one die. That's fine. There we go. So how's the weather in America right now? Because here it's pretty rainy. There's not much to look at right now.
Well, I am in South Carolina, and it's doing quite the same. It's gray and drizzly today.
Yeah, that sounds about the same.
No, you can't fight double ones. Or
Yeah,
City Hall,
that's true.
probably. You had a free path.
I know, but I did want to blitz with him first, in the hopes of getting an injury, because then he would level up. Which, I guess, I could still get otherwise, but, oh well. So... see if some of these blocks could still do something. That's just a stun. One die. I do need some help here. The troll's supposed to do something. Still got that lovely mighty blow there that I don't really want to deal with, but I also don't get her. There was a GFI in there? I didn't even see that. Yes, I think I'm gonna reroll that. It's a goblin. Don't really want him to go splat if I can avoid it. To there. And one die, sure. I've got wrestle. That should work, shouldn't it?
Not famous last words, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, at least there's only the 1 in 6 chance that I'm gonna fail that particular roll, but worked out okay. So just because the silence is starting to get a little bit awkward, I just want to point out, if anything that I said in the beginning where we disagreed offended you in some way,
No,
that was
not at
not
all.
my intention or anything, because I just kind of get the feeling that that argument took the enjoyment away for you a little bit right now, because you're very quiet.
No, not at all.
But
Not at all.
maybe I'm interpreting too much stuff into things. It's just very quiet right now.
No, it has nothing to do with that. It's the good old kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't on this decision making, and just waiting for the dice to balance back out.
Okay, well, could get a start now. I do have to try this though. There we go. I mean, that's the second mighty blow. See if we can maybe... Nope, just off the pitch.
And then, you know, you're doing the stall, which I completely understand.
Well, so far I've
My favorite
only...
tactic.
I'm considering stalling, to be honest. But, I mean, I am going to score at the end of the turn if I don't get called out now. Because I also need to foul this, unfortunately. She's too good, too important. If I can get her off the pitch, it's too valuable right now. Basically. And it backfires. So, there we go.
I mean, I get it. I mean, it's a tactic. It's a good one, apparently. Not one I'm a big fan of.
The main issue that makes me want to stall this, I could have scored instantly. That would have given me 3 turns to try and steal the ball again, which could have worked. The issue is your mighty blow piling on piece coming back. And I want that away from me as long as possible, because my players are basically as fragile, if not more fragile than yours. So that's basically the main reason. Not that I... otherwise I probably would have scored when I had the chance the turn before. And in this case, it's the same. Your Agility 4 Blitzer was on the ground. That's just too good to ignore, and so I could get a decent foul, so I kind of had to. But now I'm also in a position where I have to score, because I'm not going to stall this out any longer. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, dodge worked.
Ah, that's actually gonna make it a lot more difficult for me. Could screw me. Possibly.
You still have a reroll.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what the odds are, but they should be pretty good, right?
Yeah, probably. But we do still have to try this first, assuming you do use dodge.
I will not.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
You might break armor. They definitely roll injury checks.
Let's see. Anything else? Well, I do have to assume that I'm going to fail here now. Let's see. This block we're going to take. And then we'll do this. Wow. Okay, that was extremely lucky. Didn't get me the injury, but ah well. Good enough.
All he's got to do is throw a vanity pass, and he's got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hopeful though that maybe I get to injure something more from your team today. But at least my troll already, finally, after in match number, what are we? 6? 5? 5. In match number 5, finally got his 3rd injury overall, so he's got to level up. Which is good. Oh, I didn't even notice the sweltering heat. Oh, god damn it. That could change things. Luckily, it's only for this one turn right now, but oh boy. I didn't even see that until now. 9. Okay, so I can't set up the right way anyways. Let's see.
What's the right way?
What do you mean?
You said you can't set up the right way.
Oh yeah, I don't have enough players to basically get 2 tackle zones everywhere. I mean, not that I expect you to do a one-turn touchdown. It's extremely difficult with movement 6. I think you might have enough players for it, but I'm just also not good with one-turners. But I don't know if you've read up on that or not.
No, I've done one-turner in 2 years.
Okay.
That didn't involve somebody with a crazy amount of movement.
Okay.
All right, hold on a moment. Let's reconfirm where everyone's
So with 11
at.
players, basically you can get 2 tackle zones everywhere. With 10 players, you can get 2 everywhere but 2 spots, pretty much. And with 9 now, it starts to crumble a little bit more, which is why I said I can't set up the right way.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, okay.
Ooh, bribe.
Okay.
So let's see if you can injure a goblin again. Right now, with the sweltering heat... Oh god, I missed... That's gonna be interesting. KO. That's a start. Hey Steve. Oh yeah, I didn't consider that. An Amazon one-turner would be harder than a dwarf one-turner because dwarves have frenzy. So they get to block a little bit easier. Especially if they position both troll slayers right. I think I've never seen a dwarf one-turner. Ever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I think in this case I actually agree for a change. Even though it only ended in a stun, I do have a babe, so chances where he's gonna come back. At least it's a 66% chance instead of a 50% chance. Yeah, you've got a few more blocks there. So can you level up one of your players? No, you just wanna throw a pass with your blitzer there? Okay. Looking if you maybe were going for a 5 SPP player, but you don't have one, I think.
I don't know. I wasn't worried about the vanity pass. Knowing me, it would have failed on the pickup anyways. So, I don't sweat it.
Let's see if I can blitz something.
And if anybody was going to do it, it would have been the thrower just to try to pad her stats up a little.
Yeah, I can see that. So do I really want to risk this? I think I do. It's 2 GFIs without a reroll now. That's the issue. Yep, and I fall down again. There we go. No, I have not played the challenges, Steve. So yeah, there's one in there that's apparently a dwarf one-turn touchdown.
I don't think I've completed that one.
Yeah, I've ignored them basically. Yeah, my KO stays out, so the sweltering heat is gonna be interesting now, depending on who it affects now.
Knock my kicker out.
Oh, I've got my troll back. Okay, okay, I've lost my thrower with block. You've lost your kicker and your blitzer with agility 4. So I think I've still got 10 players, and you do too, I believe. 3, 6, 9, 10.
I have 10.
And I've got 3, 6, 9, 10 as well, yeah. Seems to be correct. So, probably set up something like this. With him in the back, and then we've got some goblins in the mix to fill out the gaps.
Are you tossing goblins at all?
So far I really haven't, but I've also not been... I haven't needed to, basically. And in positions where I could have used it, I just didn't really have the option to, basically, because my troll was too far away or there was no goblin in range or something like that. And that's it with the sweltering heat, at least. So that's good. Let's see. Can he get his level up? He can. Ooh, there we go. So I can get him Claw before I have to play the Ogres. That's good. Assuming he survives the end of the match. Which he might not. Let's see. I do want to cover the ball. If at all possible.
You plan on swinging against the Ogres that much?
Yeah, I mean, removing the Ogres is probably the best way to make that one stick, because they are the ones that could really hurt me. It's gonna be difficult to hit them, but if I have a player that can potentially hurt them, I'll take it. Getting Tackle next might also not be the wrong choice, just because there's the Nobblars, or whatever they're called now.
Right.
Which have Dodge. But I think I like the Claw next, but we'll see.
I don't know, usually what little limited I've played against Ogres, you can keep the Ogres kind of corralled. They don't really do a lot.
Yeah, it depends. If they make their bonehead rolls, they're very dangerous. If they don't do anything, basically.
My break tackle is usually the only thing that people have that gives me any trouble.
Oh yeah. I mean, they do have Agility 5 basically for one dodge, which is really, really good. So I didn't even blitz so far, but we can also still do that. To move him afterwards. Wait. Yeah, we'll do it like this. Oh, nope, I'll take the both down. Don't really want to reroll that one yet. So I was somewhat considering, instead of going with the Underworld team, I was considering playing Kislev, which I'm now just playing on my usual streams, basically.
Right.
Whenever they get voted in. I think that also could have been fun, but they're an even weirder team, basically. And they're so hard to play, as I've come to find out now, because I've got no experience with them whatsoever so far.
I've never played them myself.
Yeah, I mean, they've got no blocking skills to speak of from the get-go. And all the leaping is tempting, but can also cause a lot of issues, as you might expect.
I use a few of them on the mixed human team.
Oh, okay. I haven't really looked into the mixed teams so far.
I started it with 2 human blitzers, 2 Amazon blitzers, 1 Bretonnian knight, but I picked up the, and then a couple of Norse linemen for the lineman job. But I picked up the Agility 4 human catcher on Kislev.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're really good. It's a good pick, I think. Oh God, yeah, all that.
And him being able to dodge on a... I'm sorry, not dodge. Leap on a 2+ helps.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. So I'm not really happy with any of this right now here. And I've also screwed myself out of some options, I think. If this one works. If it doesn't, yeah, we still have to try this. This guy is standing. Yes? Okay, he is. So I can't go for your piling on woman again, unfortunately. Which I'm sure you won't mind.
Well, she is a bit of a one-trick pony.
So.
I think that's the only thing I don't like about the Amazons is there's no... If something doesn't work, that's that. There's no real recovery.
They're all really uniform, basically. They all can more or less do the same, pretty much. Ooh, that's not good. That's better-ish. Oh boy. So how do I play that? Ooh, almost. And then I am gonna risk this one. Oh god, I get lucky again.
I'm about to say, you haven't really had too many risks. They've all been pals. Not all your one dice, but you've had a lot of pals.
Yeah, that's true. Well, at least in the beginning. I think in the mid part I started pushing a little bit more, but I think overall my dice have been very kind to me, yes, in the block department. That's for sure. Yeah, let's be right there, I think. There we go. That doesn't seem too horrible overall. So are you still recording stuff for YouTube, or have you stopped doing that?
I do some. I do the recaps in the Rebel.
For the REL, I assume?
I do it for REL, and I've got a G-Man division now as well.
Nice. That's cool.
So it's nice to look in on the other teams, like in other leagues, divisions, whatever you want to call it. That's kind of fun.
I can imagine. I mean, just considering the size of all of that, there's a lot of teams to look at. Ooh, the one die block. I mean, decent chance here as well, basically. You have block, I do not. And right now, getting through does come with some issues.
I pushed him to the wrong square. I almost am willing to try it.
Oh yeah, you wanted to serve him this round?
I did. I meant to push him.
Yeah, one further down or up,
right,
depending on how you look at it.
It was a misclick, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I've done those. That's always unfortunate.
I don't know. I've been playing around with some orc teams, and I've goofed off a little bit with goblins. I gotta say, I think I hate the troll.
Yeah, a troll is not a good star player. The Warpstone troll is a little bit better because mutations, but the troll is not a good star player. Oh, not star player, big guy. That's the word.
Right. I used to enjoy them on the orc team, using them as kind of a hefty lineman. But I think someone convinced me with the idea that for the price of one troll, you can get 2 linemen.
Yeah.
And I guess if you're going to kick people with dirty player, 2 linemen beat 1 troll.
Yeah, and also, I mean, from efficiency standpoint as well, the troll is just not worth it. Basically. That's a shame.
Realistically, his only advantage is he has regeneration, and you're planning for him to fall down, so...
Well, ideally you're planning for the exact opposite, but you can't always choose, of course, what you get.
Well, what I mean is regeneration's only good when you're injured. That's it. It doesn't do anything else. You know, Mighty Blow, if he doesn't throw a block and someone fails against him, the Mighty Blow still affects.
Yeah, that's true. Ooh, that's actually question now. I think I'm gonna stay here. Oh, and there she goes again.
Same characters.
Yep. At least it's only a badly hurt again, so no long-term consequences there.
Not worried about that part.
Let's see. Yeah, but I assume basically this is how it's gonna go. The one that gets the better injury rolls is the one that's gonna most likely do better. No, we do not want to reroll this. That's not worth it. Hey, I just KO my own stuff, basically. That also works. I mean, this is still far from over. You did a pretty good job at it, making it difficult for me, but I'm luckily just getting the rolls that I need just to stave you off so far. You do still have quite the strength advantage aside from my troll. I think that's one of the problems with Amazons, basically. You have to play them aggressively in some areas.
I think
and the dodge allows you to do that, but if the dodge doesn't work out, you still only have ammo value 7, and that's sometimes a problem.
I like the star players as well.
Which ones do we have? They've got Zara, I assume?
That's the Huntress with the stab ability.
Yeah, no, Zara the Slayer, I believe, the one with the stakes, I think.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She has a stab ability.
Okay, yeah, I mean, when I'm thinking of stab, I'm always thinking of the assassin stab, and that's a different
Well, it's
skill.
the same thing.
Nope.
No,
well, she might have that too, but she also has a different, a special skill that only she has.
Stab, and stake adds +1 to that stab if it's an undead.
Yeah.
But it is the stab skill she's using.
Yeah, but I was referring to the other one, and that's why I tried to figure out what it was called.
Right. I mean, you're correct. It is stakes, but what I'm getting at is stakes only affects her stab ability. It doesn't affect her normal blocks.
Yeah, that's true. Still a unique skill that only she has, which is nice.
Right,
it's a very
and then there's
thing in Blood Bowl.
The agility 5 leaping witch elf.
Doesn't she have block and wrestle or something like that? There are some star players that have some
weird skill
combinations. Oh, Juggernaut. Well, Juggernaut is pretty good though, with Frenzy.
Yeah, she can leap in and push people real well.
Yeah, especially with Frenzy.
And then they have access to an Ogress, but I've never used her.
Man, so where do I go?
And right now she's still using one of the Team Ogres body models.
Oh yeah, they've got some placeholders.
I think they have access to Willow as well.
Who was Willow again?
Willow is the wood elf that looks like half wood elf, half tree man.
Oh, I don't think I actually know her.
Strength 4, movement 5, has Dauntless, Thick Skull, and Sidestep. But agility 3 for an elf. Bretonnians and Wood Elves get her the most. I say her, even though the model is male, because I think Willow's supposed to be a female in the lore, but I'm not sure. I mean, I thought the Amazons only allowed female characters, so that's why I keep thinking it's
a she. I mean, that's also my assumption in that area. Let's see, who just a push? That is not so good though, but it needs to be okay. So we're going back and forth on the line right now and not really moving that much. Here we go, one knockdown. Oh, why did I thought I told him to go in a different way, and then the pathing changed. So
I thought you were having to move up there beside the troll. In the corner.
You know, I don't know why. Apparently my click just didn't register. Or no, it did, I just didn't, oh yeah. The way I had it positioned, I didn't notice your player, so it actually was correct. I just didn't, I just didn't see her. So that's my own fault there. Yeah, that's kind of bad.
For who?
For me, of course.
The failed dodge or me pushing the goblin?
The failed dodge, basically. Or dodges.
Okay,
It was 3 dodges. I made the first one, I think. Yeah, failed the second one. I had no right to make those. That's not how you do this. But... oh well. Ooh, there we go.
No. What do I want?
Oh boy.
You know, just like you can't fight double ones, you can't fight boxcars.
So boxcars is double 2s, I assume?
No, double 6s.
Oh, yeah,
For her
okay.
armor break.
Oh.
I was expecting the dodge to
Oh.
fail. I was hoping she didn't armor break.
Yeah, I can see that.
Because if she was there, even not armor broke, you had to plan ahead for her.
Yeah. So... yeah, I'm not a big fan, but oh well, what can I do? So let's start with this. And blitz her down. No. Up? Is up better? No, down is better. There we go. Let's push her down in this direction. See if that works. Luckily it does.
So I think your Mighty Blow's doing more than mine.
Yeah, looks like it. That is for certain by now. Pretty much. So go all the way to here, please. There we go. I'm still not really safe because I can't block you out completely. But it needs to be okay enough, basically, right now. Let's see, the good thing about the 2 heads is dodging gets so much better. Dodging through everything on a 2+, thanks to Stunty, is so good.
I had hoped there would be some double ones somewhere along there. That's why I keep making you do the dodges.
Yeah.
Even though they're ineffective.
I mean, I've had matches where I haven't made a single 3+ dodge, basically. So once again, I do the same thing against a lot of teams that have stunty players. If there's just nothing you can do if it doesn't work, basically. That's the problem. But it's definitely, it's not the wrong thing to do. It's just... luckily for a change, my dice are holding today. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a gap, so you've got the 2 die.
If it
Yeah,
works.
I shouldn't have pushed your blitzer up towards the goblin. Let's see about that.
You do have a number advantage.
Yeah, but I mean, I still got the a strength issue, basically. I've got lots and lots of goblins that can't really hurt you that much. Let's see. Let's do this, I think. So now I've got 2 assists, so I don't need to cover the other one. There we go. That's better. Didn't get me next to the ball, though. Unfortunately, what I wouldn't do for a big hand right now. But you can't have it all.
Do the goblins have mutation on normals?
Yes.
Seems like you don't have very much development on your goblins. Are you losing them or just not focusing on them?
Both, basically. I mean, I did lose 2 in the first match, I think. One of them might have gotten the MVP also, but I'm not entirely sure about that one right now. And then they've also just not gained much SPP. It's more important to level the the Skaven, and so I've been focusing on that, basically. Also, since I pick up the ball with the Skaven, the animosity makes me not want to hand that off to a goblin if I can avoid it, because if I have to rely on that and they don't want to because animosity, it's an issue. So I just don't. Okay, that works. That is honestly good enough right now. And that one we're gonna ignore. There we go. So. But you're definitely not making it easy for me to get through here right now. At least I do keep 2 tackle zones on the ball. Oh, okay, I see what you're going for. Let's see if it pays off or not.
See what chaos does.
Yep. The unpredictable scatter. I mean, it's closer to your players that can still do stuff, and you can chain push again. Or you could have chain pushed somebody on there. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going back and forth here right now. Basically. Yeah. Just not much you can do if that keeps happening.
It is what happens to me. I breathe. I have a cheeseburger. I roll double ones.
So I'm going for the unpredictable stuff as well, which could be interesting. Okay, well, that scatter is fine. And let's take a peek.
I think my catch should have worked when my catcher rolled a 1 and a 5. That added together is a 6.
I mean, I'm not sure if it works that way, but you could see it that way, that's for sure. Also, my troll has been stellar. He's only rolled 1 so far, and that was in the first turn. He's been extremely solid.
This was a 50-50 shot at failure, and he still succeeded.
Oh yeah, I moved. Oh yeah, I forgot about that part again. Whoops. So.
It's one of those 6s when you need them.
Oh yeah. More KOs. Let's see, I would like to do this, I think. It didn't work out, but well, that's fine. Okay. I can live with that. I think. Seems good enough to me. Oh, I am also running out of time. As I've just realized, we are in turn 15, so I kind of need to get a move on. So let's do that. This right there is good. And he's gonna stay. There we go. You can definitely still get me. It's probably only gonna be a 1 die, but it's doable at least.
Because my dodges have been so spectacular. Let's see.
Yep, there goes him. That's step 1. Got that. Wow. Yeah. It's just... It's really not have been your game, dice-wise.
I ain't worried about it. It's got to balance out somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, on the upside, neither of us really got to use the bribe. We didn't really have the players or the opportunity to start something with that.
I totally forgot I had it.
I remembered it halfway through, basically. But it didn't really come up
Again,
anymore.
It's not really one of my styles of play. I don't use fouling.
Yeah, I mean, I foul when it's necessary and helpful. Still, basically.
Usually the threat of losing the player to the referee is more aggravating than the chance of maybe hurting someone.
Yeah, I mean, that's why you have to make the fouls count. Of course, it's always a risk in there. That's for sure. So, who do we have here? That's all fine. And then... Now I can set up the right way, basically. Because I'm back up to 11 players. I think there might actually be better ways, because I think you can set up in a way... Well, no, you can't. I thought. There you could dodge more, but I think this is probably still the most difficult way to get through. Not that it really matters to you anymore, because I think you don't have the players, even if you knew how to exactly pull that off now.
Well, what would be the point?
I mean, SPP? Personal pride?
Personal pride is irrelevant. It's just a game, but it's not worth the risk of failing the GFIs and the dodges and losing the player just for 3 SPP that may or not level the character up.
Okay, then let me argue with something you've argued yourself with. It's fun. It's a fun thing
now,
to do.
if it's fun, that would be the point, yes.
And for me, trying to do stuff like that is fun. I'm horrible at the one-turner, and I always
Gotcha.
forget to look it up, but overall... KO for the end. Yeah, so in terms of Mighty Blow, yours really didn't get to do much. There we go. Oh, the throw animation from the Amazons looks pretty good though.
I think it's kind of goofy.
Well, nothing beats the drop kick from the Chaos Warrior in terms of bad animations.
Of goofiness?
Yeah, that's just...
Here, let's use our bribe. The tree man pylon is pretty goofy.
I'm not sure I've seen that yet.
Or not pylon, his leap. Say, look, doubles.
Hey, at least he didn't roll a 1.
Just what? He wouldn't have really done a lot.
I know,
Besides it
but
was
still,
gone.
would have had it insult to injury, considering how many double ones you rolled, basically. So at least that worked, even if it didn't mean anything.
Yeah, I think I messed up by not putting the guard person on the front line on the first half.
Yeah, that could have helped, probably. Whew, so I rolled a 5 in the winning, so I've got a 100k treasury now and can replace my blitzer. Now that he's gotten the MVP, of course. Do I now even want to replace him? Depends on the level up.
The movement 6 guy?
Yeah. He's got a level up now. I probably should still replace him. But if he rolls double 6s now, I'm probably not going to. And even so, I'm not sure I need to think about that.
Well, what did he roll?
Let's see. Did you get any level ups out of the
No.
MVP? Didn't see. No, it's just a normal one. So for now, still Mighty Blow, and I'm gonna think about whether or not I wanna get rid of him later. I probably should, but we'll see. So, Troll. I've got 4 level ups out of this, which is kind of good. And the level up is kind of a shame because I rolled an 11, which I will not take.
On the troll?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
not gonna happen.
Not very helpful at all.
Nope.
I think my favorite player is, I have an ogre who rolled an agility up, so I took it for the giggles. And then he got doubles for the block.
Oh, ogres with agility ups, it's actually not horrible because they go up to agility 3 at least.
Yeah, I mean, it's on my human team. And so then he got blocked. Then his next roll, he rolled movement up. So I joke with people, I say he's my 5th blitzer, but he's also my 3rd catcher.
Yeah.
And I have promised if he ever rolls doubles again, I'm giving him catch.
Oh, I have to go for the long play here, I think, as much as I hate it. My blitzer rolled doubles.
Your blitzer rolled doubles.
Yeah, my Mighty Blow blitzer. That leveled up. That was supposed to get claw, so yeah. As much as I hate it, I'm gonna go with a long play and go with jump up. Because it's definitely gonna be worth it if he survives long enough. And just getting the extra movement overall if he's knocked down can't hurt.
Right. He easily can become he can jump up and become a scoring threat in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Basically. And also being able to block out of being prone is always helpful.
Didn't you say the speed busted one had leveled up? Did you just give him the mighty blow?
Yeah. Both leveled up, basically. And I've gave the movement busted one the mighty blow. I'm not sure what to give my troll right now. It's the 11, so basically a normal level up.